Okay, so for part E, we need to graph the two functions f of x equals 3x minus 2 and g of x equals negative 1 half x plus 5. And then from there, we are going to be looking for our point of intersection, right? Basically, we're looking for where f of x equals g of x. And then we can also look at all of this other stuff that we solved in the previous parts of this problem. So I'm going to graph f of x in red and then g of x in green. So remember, to graph this function, we start at the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is negative 2. And then we use the slope of positive 3 to graph the rest of our points. So up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, up 3, right 1, or down 3, left 1, down 3, left 1. And then draw our line. So this is our function f of x. And then we can do the same for g of x. So plot our y-intercept here at 0, 5. And then go down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. Or we could have gone up and left, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, and drawing our line here. So y equals f of x and y equals g of x, label the point, represents the solution. So the solution is really just the point of intersection. So this point here, this is our solution. So what is that point of intersection? Well, it's 2, 4. And we saw that when we solved this portion here, right? When x is equal to 2, we know that these graphs are the same. And then we found the y-coordinate by plugging it back in. So 2, 4 is our point of intersection. And that is the solution to this equation. Now we can see that our graph is equal to 0 at 2/3, 0 for f of x. So this point right here, this represents the x-intercept. So this is 2/3, 0. And we can see that for all of our x values to the left of this, right, for all of these x values, we can see that our graph is going to be below the x-axis, right? The whole thing is below the x-axis here. So for all of our x values less than 2/3, our graph of f of x is below the x-axis. So you can see that there. We can see again that our graph is equal here, and we can see that from 2 to the right, from all values of x greater than or equal to 2, we can see that our graph of f of x is above the graph of g of x, right? F of x is above g of x. So for those values, it's greater than or equal to g of x.